Good afternoon, everybody. Gerald Kresge again, Ask the Experts. So received a question, actually a comment and a question, I guess we'll say, is it was, I saw your post regarding finding the cracked heat exchanger. I'm assuming this is Mike Brosco's post on Facebook where he was doing an inspection and found two cracks in a heat exchanger. The question is, how common is this? How dangerous is it? And is there something we would know if it happens to our unit? All right. So first, yes, I saw Mike Brosco's Facebook post, and I immediately sent him a text message thanking him. And I believe the text message was something like, "You may have just saved a life today," um, and it was kind of a somewhat of a comical text message to him, but it was a true thought in my mind that he may have very well just saved a life today. A lot of times, people get yearly inspections. Um, they overlook them because they don't feel it's of importance, and that was a perfect example of why I, Oliver, and pretty much every other HVAC company promotes yearly inspections for this reason, where for those that do the proper inspections, they were able to find the heat exchanger that was cracked. So, on to the question: cracked heat exchanger. How common is it? So, the average heat exchanger lasts 12 to 20 years. Now, I know that's a big swing, but understand there's a lot of things that go into that equation. Number one, what kind of material is it? How often do you change your filters? How often do you do maintenance on your system? How much usage it gets? Understand your heat exchanger goes through um, uh, intense expansion and contraction every time the system goes on. You can range from air, room temperature up to 140, 170 degrees in your heat exchangers. Unfortunately, I've seen it even get hotter than that. But so they're going through an intense process of expansion and contraction all the time. So um, it is somewhat of a common problem. Now, as to would you know if the heat exchanger cracked? I think that the answer is most likely no. You may see, you may see your system start to maybe short cycle. You may see, certain areas of rust or something of that in and around the unit, and you could see some soot maybe at your duct, at your vents where the air comes out. But for the most part, most heat exchangers go undetected um, without an inspection. That's why we're so adamant about having that yearly inspection. You know, what happens when a heat exchanger cracks? Um, the most important is you when you have a cracked heat exchanger, you can release the carbon monoxide into the ductwork and into the air of your home, and obviously, carbon monoxide is certainly not good for you. It can cause sickness. It can cause, unfortunately, even death. So there'll be a time this year where you hear it on the news, an unfortunate scenario where somebody got sick or even worse from carbon monoxide. So number one is make sure you have a carbon monoxide detector and make sure it reads to the lowest levels so that you are covered. Um, but if you're unsure and you haven't had an inspection, please reach out to us. We do a safety inspection at Oliver every time we come to your house. So if you're unsure, reach out to us. It's extremely inexpensive to have an inspection done. And I want to make sure that everybody gets that inspection done. So reach out to us. I will personally come out if I have to make sure that we get to your home to inspect your system. So again, Gerald Kresge with Ask the Experts, and hopefully that answered your questions. Please continue to send in your questions to our email, and I am honored to keep getting back to you with the answers, and hopefully they're helpful. Thank you.